Hey, Sergio Cozzolino from Telecom Italia, in charge of ICT mobile solutions and also chairman of the GSMA Smart Card Group. As I know, today we are facing different challenges related to the smart card industry, and specifically we are just shifting from managing 2FF and 3FF and now probably 4FF. So it's a huge challenge for us in order to manage it from a logistic point of view. On the other side, we have the perspective of getting in charge of embedded UICC in the next future, and that could be also a good opportunity in order to manage machine-to-machine applications for remote provisioning. So these are huge challenges from our perspective in terms of management, but it's nothing new related to new implementation of services. That's probably what we are looking for these days. So from our perspective, it could be quite interesting to target NFC applications and trying to see that some of them alive on the market more than just trials. So it's a good opportunity for us during this year to demonstrate that NFC is not just a dream, it's a reality, and we are pushing a lot as operators in order to achieve it. On the other side, we have also additional perspective related to interoperability between applications on devices and SIM cards. And so it's the Open API initiative from SIM Alliance is a good opportunity also for us in order to achieve that. And finally, machine-to-machine, that's a real hot topic for everybody these days. And that's also an opportunity to manage high volumes of smart cards, probably in a more intelligent way. That means in order to simplify the provisioning processes and trying to manage it more efficiently such a kind of applications. So these are probably the main hot topics we are facing these days, and that's quite important that operators should cooperate together in order to achieve them in a more harmonic way for everybody. Thanks also to the collaboration we are achieving within standardization bodies. We face these days that collaboration between operators within standardization bodies and also within the GSMA is quite crucial, because we are going to provide many guidelines for operators in order to implement correctly such a kind of solutions. And it's quite important also for standardization bodies to receive those kind of requirements and trying to implement them as fast as possible within specifications. So today the time to market is shorter for everybody, and that's quite important that those two entities are working with synergy together in order to optimize the time to market and trying just to achieve solutions that are really desirable from the market perspective. We saw in the last few years that collaboration between GSMA and ETSI, M3GPP and OMA are just improving in terms of efficiency due to the fact that projects today are more restricted on specific focus topics. So it's the best way to achieve them is just to address few specific initiatives, and it's easier also to follow up with the right specifications. And of course, if the requirements are well addressed since the beginning, we are going to see that those solutions are going to be valid on the market at the end of the process. And we saw that with Pay by Mobile initiative, it was a really good example for that. We were pushing all together as operators the SIM-based NFC solutions, and today we are seeing on the market products who are complying with those kind of guidelines. So that's a good result for the entire industry, and especially for operators who want just to reliable on interoperable standards. SIMposium seems to be just now a crucial event during the year for everybody, for operators, especially for operators, in order to put a milestone in the evolution of the smart cards year after year. And it's quite important to see how it's completely changed the format compared to previous years. It's almost quite important to see how it's able to focus on specific topics year over year. And for example, last year we were talking about 3FF, and this year we are talking about machine-to-machine. And now we are looking at LTE implementation. So the hot topics are running within our experience as a network operators, and of course, SIMposium is a good mirror what's happening in the standards and in the industry these days, and also of trying to provide use cases where operators are able to demonstrate the validity of all the different elements that have been put in place. So that's a good occasion for operators to attend and trying to learn what other operators are doing and what will be the next steps in the evolution of smart cards.